everyone, and welcome back to Feature Highlights on PeepSo TV channel. I am your host Sinisha, and this is the start of the three-part series where I'm going to discuss everything you need to know about notification system built in your PeepSo website. There are two kinds of notifications available. On-site notification, as you can see here in the configuration that I have open, there is an on-site notification and email notification. There is also a third kind of notification, which is the email digest, but that is also an email notification, so I count them only as two separate type of notifications. This will be three-part series because in the first episode we're going to focus all of our attention on on-site notifications. Then in the episode number 2 we are going to discuss email notifications, and finally we are going to discuss email digest in the last episode. In order to follow this tutorial, you will have to have installed all the core plugins except user limits. So go to PeepSo installer and then install all the core plugins except for user limits, because these are the only plugins on your website that can allow users to generate notifications. So chat, friends, audio, video, groups, photos, and finally email digest. All of them will allow you to have some kind of notifications. For example, when someone sends a message to somebody else, there will be a notification. Then when someone sends a friend request, there will be a notifications, and so on, right? So let's start with on-site notifications. To start with, we first need to understand where notifications are displayed. By default in PeepSo, they are displayed on top of the activity stream, actually on top of the PeepSo part of your website. But if you use Gecko theme, you are usually instructed to hide this navigation, because you can organize your navigation better within the Gecko header. So in most cases, this bar will be hidden, and you can hide it if you go to PeepSo configuration, then appearance, and disable PeepSo navigation bar. We usually instruct you to do that in order to use Gecko and PeepSo together because you don't really need a double notification system and doubled navigation system. So now when I refresh the page with this option disabled, I will not see this bar, and this is the actually recommended setup for the PeepSo and Gecko theme. However, there's a problem because now we cannot see the notification. Don't you worry. If you go into the appearance and then widgets, if you publish the user bar widget in the header position, you can adjust these options over here and show the notifications for it. All right, so let me remove this widget completely. Update the page. Now this part will be gone when I refresh the page. Okay, there's nothing in it anymore. So I can go to my appearances and then widgets. Click on the plus, look for user bar, and here I'm going to show the avatar, notifications, user drop-down menu, VIP icons if there's any, and logout icons. All right, update the page, update the widgets actually, and then refresh the page, and now you can see your notifications over here. Also, you can show the notifications in this widget in the sidebar. So that is in the sidebar left. The widget is called PeepSo profile and show notifications. They will be enabled by default. I just disabled them for the purposes of this video so I can show you how to enable them. Okay, update this, then refresh the page, and now you can see the notifications here as well. There is one more place where you can display your notification, and this is exclusive to Gecko team. So you absolutely need to use Gecko on your website. Go to the WordPress backend and then Gecko Customizer. In the theme section, expand it and scroll down until you find the sitemap. And then simply show sitemap. Publish this, go back to your website, refresh the page, and now the notification will be shown in the sitemap as well. Depending on your setup, you can show up to 3 different kinds of notifications. You can show a friend requests, messages, and global notifications that are done on your website. As you can see here, I have chat plugin and friends plugin disabled. They are not active on my website. And now when I refresh the page, because those 2 plugins are not active, notification is showing only global notifications. If I enable those plugins, activate them, and now refresh the page, now I will get all 3 types of notifications. Now let's check how they work. As you can see here, I have 1 friend request, no messages, and 4 global notifications. Let's start with friend requests. If I click on this notification or this over here or this one over here, I will see that Charles sent me a friend request, and here I can either ignore this request and never accept his friend request anymore, or I can accept or approve the friend request. And you will get this screen no matter where you click. So let's approve his friend request, click outside the notifications to remove the window, and now I am the friend with Charles. And I have Charles waiting over here. And now Charles is able to send messages to Ben, because that's how I have set it up. Let's go back to the community. I can like his comments, for example, or like his posts. And finally, I'm going to send a message to him. Let's write a message and switch back to Ben. You have heard the ding sound, which is the sound that simply means new message has been received. And because I am on the site with this user, there will be no notification here because message is automatically expanded. But if Ben was offline or not on the site at this moment, there will be notification over here saying that Charles sent him a message. And because I liked 1 post and 1 comment from Ben with user Charles, now Ben has 6 notifications. And if you expand them, you will see that Charles liked the post and liked the comment. All right? Let's check all the configuration that we have on our disposal when it comes to notifications. You can access all of this configuration by going to your WordPress dashboard, then PeepSo configuration notifications. And they are divided into 2 parts. On the left-hand side, you can see the on-site notification previews. And these previews will be displayed in the notification like you see here. When there is a content for the notification, the preview will be displayed over here. Let me demonstrate that on a better example. I will go back to Charles, find the post from Ben, which will receive the notification, and write a longer response. For example, I like your cuisine, it is awesome. And post this. Now let's switch back to Ben, and you see this, I like your cuisine, it is awesome. That's the preview of the notification. I can make it shorter, so let's say 10 characters only will be displayed. Save all of these settings, refresh the page, and now when I check this notification, it only showing 10 characters, which is actually shorter than 10. It's 7 because of the ellipsis over here, and I can change that ellipsis if I want. Let's display it like this. You can put any characters you want. So let's check the notification. You see, I like. All right, let's change back ellipsis to 3 dots and preview length, let it be 30. Save the settings. Let's check the notification now. And it's shorter. You know, you can use this option to have a fine control over how your notifications with previews will be displayed. On the right-hand side, you have all the options regarding defaults for the notifications. So you can choose what will be the default for newly registered users. This will only apply for the users that are newly registered on your website. So it is recommended to set all of these options when your site is new and there are no people yet on it. So everyone have the same defaults. But it's not a problem if you decide to do that when you already have the users, because users have the option to control what notifications are they going to receive, both on-site and email. And they can easily control that in their preferences than notifications. And here on this window, they can decide what kind of notifications they want to receive and if they even want to receive them to begin with. So let's disable all emails for this user and disable all notifications for this guy. And now he will never receive a single notification on the website, right? So he will have to go and choose what notification he wants to receive. These options are the defaults here. As you can see, before I even came into this window, all of them were enabled. That's simply because all of these notifications were enabled by default. But if I go and let's say disable on-site, and you can see immediately disables the email notifications because email notifications require on-site notification to be active. You can enable only on-site notification and not have the email notification, but you cannot go in a different way, right? If you want only email notification, on-site notification must be enabled as well. And that is reflected here. If I only want the email notification, for example, friend request, you see that automatically on-site notification is getting enabled as well. But that is the subject for the next video. If you want to keep only on-site notification, not receive the email, you can do that, right? So as you can see, let's enable them all. And they are enabled automatically. You don't have to press save or anything. Now, let's come back to the configuration and change the defaults. Let's turn all on-site notifications and disable all email notifications. Here you must save the settings. And now let's create a new user. Add new. Let's just call it user1. Email should be something. Okay. First name. Yeah, sure. Morris Green. Okay. And password is going to also be user1, so I can easily log in with this user. Okay. Confirm, add new user. And now let's come back here and log in as this user. User1, log in. Now, if I go with this user into preferences and notifications, you will see that defaults are applied in his account. So PeepSo configuration notifications. These are my new defaults, right? Only on-site notifications are enabled. And for all the new users, these defaults will be applied. Naturally, at any moment, they can go and say, hey, I want to receive email notifications for this particular action as well. So if someone mentioned me in the post or comment, I want to also receive the email notification. And as it is the case with most of the PeepSo configuration, these options will come and go depending on the plugins you have installed. So if you don't have a chat plugin, this option for messages will not be displayed. Likewise, if you don't have a friends plugin, they will not be displayed. Audio and video, likewise. And you see that there are only video conversion complete notification and video conversion failed. That's for the notification for when you upload the video on your website. And if you don't know how to do that, we already have a feature highlight episode on that. It will be linked in the description below. So these options can come and go, and I can show you right now. If I go to audio and video configuration, and let's say disable video uploads. So this is no option on my site anymore. Save these settings. Go back to the notifications. And now this that option is not needed anymore and it's not displayed. Likewise, it will not be available in the profile either. So let's refresh the page, and there are no audio and video related notifications. Now, groups notifications are having a different settings, and let me show you where they are. When you have groups plugin installed, the notification options will actually be in the related groups configuration. So go to WordPress dashboard, then PeepSo configuration groups. Scroll down a little bit and you can find two options over here: notifications for email notifications and the notifications for on-site notifications. These two buttons over here. These are the defaults, right? So if I want defaults to be disabled, so let's say I want new users, new members of the group to automatically subscribe to notifications from this group to receive the on-site notification, I will flip this switch. And if I want to send them email notification as well, I will flip this switch too. And these options will show up in the user preferences as well. So let's go back to our user, about, notifications, and you can see here's the part of two groups, PeepSo feature highlights and piano players. And if I go to groups and let's say piano players, I want to leave this group. I cannot leave it because I'm an owner. So let's do that with the user we just created. So if you check in his notifications options, there is no group related options, right? So let's keep these options both on. Go to groups. Let's join this open group. And as soon as I'm joined, going back to the about, then notifications, you will see that group subscriptions from piano players group is showing up. Okay, let's join another group. Join it. Preferences or about, notifications, and you can see the new group notifications have shown up. Now, every time someone posts something or comment or make a like or something like that regarding groups will be displayed in my notification, and also he will get an email as well. And that is all I have prepared for this first part of the three-part series regarding probably one of the most important features of every social network. In the next episode, I'm going to explain emails, how do you set them up, what is required, and even how to use some third-party plugins which can allow you to offload some of the process when it comes to sending emails, but that's the subject for the next video. If you like this one, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell notification icon to be notified whenever a new video comes out. Don't forget to follow us on social media as well. Links will be in the description below. Until the next video, bye!